His second posthumous album is released, Michael Jackson continues to inspire the world with his music. He also inspired his nephews, Taj, TJ and Terrell, who he could see were destined to follow in their uncle's footsteps. 3T became the second biggest selling band in Europe after the Spice Girls, and their album Brotherhood, produced by Michael, sold over 3 million copies. They were on the road to becoming global stars, but it was never an easy ride for the brothers. Family tragedy and the death of their uncle meant that any plans to regroup were postponed. Until now.
And here they are right now, Taj, TJ and Terrell Jackson. Very good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
We are going to talk about your music and your tour in just a moment, but it is extraordinary, isn't it, that you're here on the day when not the first, but the second album from your uncle is out since his death. Yeah. Taj, have you managed to have a listen to it, or like the rest of us, are you waiting to hear most of it?
Waiting to hear most of it as well. Some of the songs we had heard previous because our uncle had played us some of the songs, but, you know, still some of the new songs we haven't heard.
Yeah.
And is it difficult? Because obviously some of these might have been songs that he recorded and perhaps was thinking, oh, I'm not sure if I do want those to go out. Yeah. How difficult a decision do you think it is saying, OK, here are some songs we haven't heard?
You know, it's very difficult because we grew up with our uncle and we know how he thought. So he was a big perfectionist.
Perfectionist, yeah.
And so it's kind of that odd situation for us where anything that's associated with him, we want to support and to do well. But at the same time, we know he would want to have a final listen before it gets out there. So it's tough.
There were exceptional producers on it,
yeah.
Of course. So, but do you listen to it, do you think you'll be listening to it thinking, I'm not sure he'd like that bit?
Personally, yes. But at the same time, they're great songs. There's a lot of great songs, and we know from past, just Beatles albums and James Brown's, there's a lot of lost material that he was big fans of. So, there's a lot of hidden gems in them. And I think it's great. Like, I love the new single that's out. I've Never Felt So Good. And, people would never hear that, So in that way, it's nice. And plus, you get to hear his voice, and you get to...
It's nice to hear his voice.
New music.
So you're back with new music as well, and you're going out on tour, aren't you, as part of the big reunion boy band tour?
Yes.
So who'd you go out on tour with in that tour bus?
Story, A1, Damaged.
We haven't met Blue, but...
And we haven't met Five.
And we haven't met 911.
Do you know what you're letting yourselves in for? Because Gareth Gates has talked about this. Now, he's worried you're going to be in for a shock because he says that, you don't drink, you don't swear and everything else. He thinks it might be a bit of an eye-opener for you. So do you know what you're letting yourselves in for?
Not completely, but we got some surprises for them as well.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. So
you do drink and swear?
Just on the tour bus?
Yeah, no.
We've heard it all. We've seen it all, so we're not concerned. And we got some things up our sleeves for them.
Just doing Big Reunion was kind of a scary thing for us because we're very private, but I gotta say all the band members from all the bands have been so welcoming and cool, so we'll be fine.
And I have to press you on, we have some things up our sleeve.
Uh-oh.
What would you do then on the tour bus? What is it that,
that they tell you?
Well, you don't have to tell them.
Okay.
Just tell us.
We're big pranksters.
We're big pranksters, and we didn't get to do that last time around, so we saw everyone else do it, but we want to one-up them.
You like a practical joke?
Oh.
Love it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, what's the best practical joke you've played? Perhaps on the most famous person.
We've done a lot.
We've done a lot with our uncle. How about that? He was the king.
Yeah, he got me bad one time.
Did he?
Really
What did he
bad.
do?
He had these snakes. They're important. He came in and said, "Do you want to see these baby snake eggs?" And went to his closet and came back with an envelope. And said, be very careful, they just came in and, and it had like a little picture of snakes on it. And I opened it and I poured it, and as soon as I went to pour it, it went like that. And I jumped and he screamed and laughed so hard, and that got me so bad. It was a rubber band
that made the sound
of a rattlesnake. So. But he told me they were eggs, so I was expecting eggs to come out. So when you heard, it got me really bad.
I have to share this real quick too. When Thriller was at the height, in 84, 83, we used to drive around with our uncle, and he'd just pull to the side of the road. and stop the car and look at us and say, "I'm not like other guys." You know, like he does in the video, that catchphrase. And we would say, "Come on, can we go where we're going?"
In the beginning,
you thought the zombies were coming.
Yeah, we thought it was turning into the world.
Okay, we know what's going on. Can we just get back? So.
It's lovely to see you. Thanks so much.